Wife, Secret Life. Part 1. The Man Who Believed in Quiet. Justin Wilson was already 62 when silence became loud. It was not the painful kind of silence. It was not the lonely kind either. It was the silence that follows a long life of believing everything was fine. Every morning, Justin woke before the sun, not because he had to, because his body was used to routine. He washed his face, boiled water, and made tea. Then he sat near the window. He did this every day. From that window, he watched the street slowly wake up. A man walking his dog, a woman opening her shop, children passing with school bags. Nothing dramatic, nothing fast. Justin liked life this way. For 8 years, Alina shared that quiet life with him. She moved softly through the house. She spoke gently. She prayed every morning before breakfast. She dressed simply and avoided attention. People respected her. "She is a good woman," neighbors said. "She is faithful. She is religious." Justin heard these words many times. He accepted them without doubt. To him, Alina was peace. He believed marriage was not about excitement. It was about calm, about trust, about not asking questions that could hurt. Justin never checked her phone. He never followed her. He never asked where she went more than once. If she said doctor, he believed her. If she said shopping, he smiled. Trust to Justin meant rest. Sometimes friends teased him. "Aren't you afraid?" one asked. "Afraid of what?" Justin replied. "Of being fooled." Justin shook his head. "My wife has no secrets," he said. "She has no past that matters. She has no one but me." He said it calmly. He said it proudly. Inside his heart, Justin believed something simple. If one part of his life was clean, it was his marriage. That belief made him strong. At night, he often thanked God quietly. He thanked him for a wife who did not shout, a wife who did not complain, a wife who did not embarrass him. Justin did not know how rare this belief would become. Alina played her role well. She asked about his health. She prepared his meals carefully. She spoke about honesty often. "Truth is everything," she once said. "A marriage dies without truth." Justin nodded. He believed every word. He never noticed what she did not say. She never spoke about her past. She never mentioned old relationships. She never talked about life before Justin. He thought this meant purity. He thought silence meant nothing existed. Justin did not understand yet that silence can also hide. One afternoon, he returned from the market earlier than usual. His steps were slow. His mind was relaxed. At the corner of the street, a bus slowed down. Justin looked up without thinking. For a moment, he did not understand what he saw. Inside the bus sat Alina. Beside her was a man. They were close, not touching, not holding hands, but comfortable. Too comfortable. Their shoulders leaned toward each other. Their faces showed familiarity, the kind that does not come from strangers. The bus moved forward. Justin did not. His chest tightened. His breath changed. He told himself nothing was wrong. He told himself he was imagining things. That evening, Alina came home as usual. She smiled. She asked if he had eaten. Justin looked at her longer than normal. "Where did you go today?" he asked. "To the doctor," she replied calmly. "My appointment was in the afternoon." Her voice was steady. Her eyes did not move. Justin nodded. He did not argue. He did not question. But that night, sleep stayed away. The image returned again and again. The bus, the man, the closeness. For the first time in 8 years, Justin felt something unfamiliar, uncertainty. He whispered to himself in the dark, "Why does truth feel heavy before it breaks?" He had no answer, only silence. And silence, once broken, never returns the same. The next morning, Justin left the house earlier than usual. He did not tell Alina where he was going. He did not feel guilty about that. For the first time, he felt allowed to keep something to himself. The air outside felt thick, not cold, not warm, just heavy. Justin walked slowly toward the clinic near their house. It was the same clinic Alina often mentioned. Doctor visits, checkups, small concerns. He stood outside the door for a long moment. His hand rested on the handle. Inside his chest, something tightened. He asked himself a quiet question. Do you really want to know? Justin opened the door. The clinic smelled clean and sharp. A nurse sat behind the desk typing. She looked tired but polite. Justin waited until she looked up. "Excuse me," he said calmly. "My wife had an appointment yesterday afternoon. I just wanted to confirm something." The nurse checked the screen. Her fingers moved quickly. Then they stopped. She frowned slightly. "No," she said. "She did not come yesterday." That was all. No long conversation, no drama. Justin thanked her and walked outside. The street looked the same. Cars passed, people moved, life continued. But Justin felt different. The truth did not arrive loudly. It did not shout. It did not accuse. It simply stood there. From that moment, Justin stopped listening to words. He started watching actions. At home, Alina behaved normally. She smiled. She spoke softly. She asked about his day. Justin answered politely, but his eyes stayed alert. He noticed small things. She carried her phone everywhere. She stepped into another room to answer calls. She locked the screen quickly. When he asked simple questions, her answers came too fast, too smooth. Still, Justin said nothing. He told himself patience was dignity. One evening, Alina put on her coat. "I am going to meet a friend," she said casually. Justin nodded. "I can drive you," he offered gently. Her response came quickly. "No," she said. "I will go alone." Then her voice changed. "Why are you suddenly asking so many questions?" Justin felt the sharpness. He stepped back. "I just wanted to help," he replied quietly. That night, Justin made a decision he never imagined making. He followed her. Not closely, not obviously. From far behind. His steps were slow. His heart was loud. He saw her stop near a small cafe. A man was already there. Justin recognized him. The same man from the bus. They smiled when they saw each other. They spoke softly. They walked together. Justin felt cold. They turned onto a quiet street. The man faced her. They kissed. Not rushed, not hidden. Slow, certain. Justin stood still. He did not shout. He did not move. something inside him cracked open. That night, Justin returned home before Alina. He sat alone in the dark living room. He whispered to himself, "I trusted without seeing." Sleep did not come. In the days that followed, Justin searched quietly, not with anger, with need. He spoke to someone who knew Alina before their marriage. At first, the answers were unclear. Then, pieces began to fit. The man was not new. He was her ex-husband. She had children, a life before Justin, a life she never shared. That truth hurt more than the kiss. It made him feel small. Not weak, not broken, foolish. 8 years of marriage, and he had never known. One morning, Justin stood before the mirror. He looked at his tired eyes. He asked himself one clear question. How much of myself am I willing to lose to stay quiet? The answer came without struggle. None. For the first time, Justin understood something important. Silence is not always peace. Sometimes it is surrender. And he was done surrendering. Part 3. When the truth speaks. Justin did not confront Alina right away. He needed time, not to plan revenge, but to understand himself. For days, he moved through the house like a visitor. He noticed how quiet everything felt. The walls, the furniture, the shared space. Alina acted normal. She asked about meals. She spoke about small things. She smiled the same way. But Justin saw something else now. He saw avoidance. He saw care in every word. Care not to say too much. At night, they lay in the same bed. Her breathing was slow and calm. Justin stared at the ceiling. He asked himself painful questions. How long did this last? How many times did I believe lies? Was any part of this real? No answers came. One evening, Justin spoke. "I know," he said quietly. Alina froze. For a moment, she said nothing. Then she smiled lightly. "You know what?" she asked. "I know about him," Justin replied. "I saw you. I followed you." Her smile disappeared. She denied it first, then explained, then blamed. She said she felt lonely. She said Justin had become distant. She said it meant nothing. Justin listened. "I do not want excuses," he said calmly. "I want truth." Silence filled the room. The next morning, Justin visited a lawyer. He spoke slowly. He did not cry. He did not shout. The papers felt heavy in his hands. When he returned home, Alina was in the kitchen. She turned and smiled. Justin placed the envelope on the table. "These are for you," he said. She opened it. Her hands shook. "Divorce?" she whispered. "Yes," Justin replied. Her voice grew loud. Her words became sharp. She accused him. She insulted him. She cried. Justin stayed still. "I cannot live in doubt," he said. "I cannot live in silence anymore." That night, Alina packed her things. She walked to the door. Justin did not stop her. The door closed softly. The house felt empty. In the days that followed, Justin moved slowly. He cleaned rooms already clean. He sat in silence. He mourned. Not only the marriage, but the man he was inside it. The man who believed trust alone was enough. Meanwhile, Alina faced a different life. The man she chose did not stay. He enjoyed her attention, then disappeared. Money became a problem. Promises faded. Fear arrived. Weeks passed. One evening, Alina stood outside Justin's house. Her clothes were simple. Her face looked tired. She knocked softly. Justin opened the door. "I am sorry," she said. "I destroyed everything." Justin listened. "Yes," he replied quietly. "You did." She cried. She asked for forgiveness. Justin did not answer right away. "I need time," he said. They did not reunite. They did not touch. They spoke slowly over the next days. Truth replaced excuses. Justin felt pain, but he also felt clarity. The illusion was gone, and in its place stood something real, something honest, something that did not pretend. For the first time in a long time, Justin felt awake. Not happy, not healed, but awake. And that changed everything. Part 4. A different kind of peace. Justin did not rush forgiveness. He did not wake up one day and feel healed. Pain does not leave that way. It stays. It settles. It waits to be understood. Some mornings, Justin felt calm. He made tea. He sat by the window. He watched the street as he always had. Other mornings, the silence felt heavy. Memories returned without warning. A smile, a promise, a shared prayer. But something had changed. Before, silence had hidden lies. Now, silence told the truth. Justin learned to sit with it. Alina stayed away for some time. She respected his space. She did not call every day. She did not demand anything. When they spoke, their words were slow, careful. There were no excuses anymore, no stories, no hiding. Alina admitted what she had done. She spoke about fear, about weakness, about choosing comfort instead of honesty. Justin listened. Listening did not mean forgetting. It did not mean agreeing. It meant seeing clearly. One evening, they sat across from each other again. The same table, the same chairs, but they were not the same people. "I trusted without limits," Justin said quietly. "I thought trust meant never questioning." Alina lowered her eyes. "I was afraid of losing stability," she said, "so I chose lies." Justin nodded. They did not argue. They did not shout. They allowed truth to stay in the room. Days turned into weeks. Justin rebuilt his life slowly. He took long walks alone. He read books he had ignored for years. He learned to enjoy his own company. He understood something important. Love without truth is comfort, not safety. Trust without honesty is fragile, not strong. Alina faced her own consequences. She lost respect. She lost security. She lost peace. Regret followed her everywhere. She understood too late that honesty would have cost less than lies. One afternoon, Justin stood by the window again. He watched people pass by. He felt older, but also lighter. He asked himself one final question. Can I forgive without becoming blind again? The answer came slowly. Yes, because forgiveness is not forgetting. It is choosing peace over poison. Justin spoke to Alina one last time, not as a husband, not as an enemy, as a man who had learned. "I forgive you," he said calmly, "but I will never return to silence." Alina cried quietly. "I understand," she said. That moment closed something inside both of them. Justin no longer carried anger. He no longer carried illusion. He carried truth. Life did not become perfect after that, but it became real. Justin still woke early, still drank tea, still sat near the window. Sometimes the house felt quiet. Sometimes it felt peaceful. And Justin finally understood the difference. Peace does not come from pretending, it comes from acceptance. Trust does not grow from silence, it grows from truth. And love does not survive lies, it survives courage. Justin Wilson was 62 years old. He had lost a marriage, but he had not lost himself. He learned late, but he learned fully. And that lesson stayed with him, not as pain, but as clarity, forever. Like this story? Subscribe and share your experience in the comments.